Hello, my kosher friends. Hello, my vegan and gluten-free friends. Hello, all my friends. We're so glad you're here. If this is your first time joining us, happy to have you. If you're returning, we're very grateful that you've decided to join us one more time. We're going to be making a vegan enchilada casserole tonight. So I'm going to be starting with talking about our cheese blends. We have both of these in here. The reason is we're a little bit light on one. I want to make sure we have enough cheese. We're starting with this mixed container here. We're going to be adding more later on. This is a soy ricotta gone wrong. We had the soy milk, we added our acids, and it didn't come together this time. I think we just didn't put enough acid into it. So we're running with it a little bit soft. We're going to be using it in place of a bechamel sauce, which is a white sauce. What we've done, we added some garlic powder, some onion powder. We added some nutritional yeast, give it that cheesiness. We added some salt. We think we've got it where we need it to be. Oh, a little bit of citric acid went in there also, just give it a little bit more of that tang that it needed. So we're going to be using that. We're going to be using this cheese. Our corn tortillas. These are the Trader Joe ones. You see they're cupcake and parve. There's 12 in there. We're going to be using 6 to work into this dish here, which I've already oiled. This is textured vegetable protein. So that starts as this. You can see these little pellets here. We hydrated that with vegetable stock and our homemade taco seasoning. And we have a video for how to make that, and you can find that easily. So this, we let it soak for, it really needed 6 hours. We've been using it a bunch lately. So this is the last little bit of it that we have here. But for this, we took it, threw it into a pan with a little olive oil, cooked it until the liquid came out, let it get some nice char in there, what's called the Maillard effect, but it's still a little bit soft, a little bit tender, but that nice char on the outside. And then here we have some leftover veggies we made a Mexican meal for ourselves the other day, and this is red peppers and yellow squash and carrots and onions and some seasonings. All sorts of things got mixed into this. And this is a homemade enchilada sauce. It has, and we'll show you how to make this another day, but it's got some dehydrated peppers and other things in it that we hydrated in the microwave. All sorts of seasonings went into it. You can also use this. This is a kosher brand, not specifically kosher, but it is OU. It's parve, it's vegan, no hard to pronounce ingredients in here. Easy peasy to make. And then we're gonna get started. So, our casserole dish. This is the 9x9, 8x8, 8x8, excuse me. It says it on the bottom. And then what we're going to do is we're going to start by doing one layer here with the tortillas. Now, I do break them up as I dip them so that I can get them to fit a little bit better. And this does get a little bit messy as we go. So I always take off some of the extra. Part of this also is because we're a little bit lean. We've used the enchilada sauce previously, and this is what's left. I want to make sure we have enough that I'm going to add some of it to each layer in addition to having it on the tortillas. But I break them up to try to make sure that we're getting full coverage in here as well. That one did not break down the center, so that's going to be a little different. And just rocking right in. This other half I'm going to break up a little bit more, because I want to have coverage in the middle there. And so where I've got overlap, I'm going to take a little bit from there, and going to take a little bit from there. And this is why I have the gloves on tonight. Make sure that I don't have this all over my hands. I'm already splashing the counter everywhere. I'm going to start this one and put it aside. And the reason I'm doing that is because I forgot that I needed to put the fillings on this layer. I was going to keep going with the tortillas. We shoot these live. We are not sponsored. We are not rehearsed. We don't know how to edit. So what you get is what you get. And if you like this kind of craziness, please like and subscribe. We really want to have people join us and come back for more. So we're going to do a layer of veggies now. I was going to use the spoon, but what the heck, I got gloves on. So I'm going to do one layer that's all veggie. Not only do I not need the spoon, I don't need to do what I'm doing. I just need to dump it out. Always nice when you got a simple dump and roll. Alrighty, so we've got that there. Get every last bit of it out. This was so delicious, by the way, when we had it the other day. We had it with some corn and black beans, and that was mixed with all sorts of other veggies. And you'll be seeing those by the end of the video. I have a spoon for this, though, because I cannot stick my hand in that. That would be just ridiculous. And it's going to be just a little bit sloppy doing it. Kind of Jackson Pollock it out. Now I've used up a good chunk of that. I need more for the last layer. So we're gonna hold off on putting any more in here. Just a nice light coating. And we had more of that. We have used it. So we're kind of onto the last bits of making everything work at the moment. Now we're gonna put a layer of cheese. Yeah, I am running low on that enchilada sauce. So we're gonna go sparingly on the tortillas for now. Got one, we got two. We do use 2 per layer. Cut you right down the middle. Nope, still missed. My aim is terrible. All right, let's get that on there. And again, tear off the overlap area. Alrighty, and get this last half dipped. Yeah, we had like twice as much of this sauce. There we go. All right, now I am going to dip these last 2 before I start this and put them back on the plate so that I can get rid of the gloves, because I'm about to get that everywhere. And there we go. Sorry for the dead air. We've talked about calling this cooking kosher after midnight because we always get to these videos after midnight. And some of you may have noticed that I am wearing my pajamas because I'm wearing my pajamas. It's late. We go to bed shortly after this. Usually, we're having dinner as well. Good. I have a little bit of that left. So, get rid of these gloves. Give me 1 second. Becca will show you around the casserole there while I'm dumping the gloves. Now I'm back. So this layer, we're going to go with our textured vegetable protein, which we are using like ground beef. And I would say if I wanted to make it a little more beefy than I did, I would throw some Worcestershire sauce into the mix as it's cooking. That to me always makes things taste a little bit more like a beefy thing, but don't have to. But again, when we sauteed it, that's where we added our salt. I didn't do any of that to start with. Now I need a little bit more cheese and kill what we got here. This layer is not going to get that. I'm going to put that on the top. So I'm going with the Mexican cheese. I'm going to do a nice thick cheese layer here. And of course, this is a vegan cheese. I'm going to get some of this cheddar in here. And let's go ahead and get our top layer. So we use 6 tortillas total on this size casserole dish. And get off there. There are better ways to do this. If we had more tortillas, I'd do another tortilla there, to be honest. But we are killing that pack. And then, quick rinse. Da, da, da. All right. We're going to put sauce on top. We're going to spread that out over the top. And this is a little different than we've done it before, but my recipes here are guidelines. You can do what you want. We've done this. Actually, it's one of my favorite ones we've done. We did a spinach and mushroom. And what I did was I sauteed onions and mushrooms together, threw some gluten-free I'm talking over me beating this thing. That's not good. Give me a half second. There we go. And what we did for that one, we tossed the gluten-free flour into the onions and mushrooms as they were sauteing. And then once they were to where we liked them, we did them. Hi, let's start that sentence again, because we can't go back and edit this out. So once the mushrooms and onions were kind of where I wanted them to be, that's when I threw the flour in. I cooked until the rawness of the flour is pretty much out of it. I go by smell on that. When it smells not raw anymore, which is kind of a weird statement. That's when I started adding in some non-dairy milk, stirred that up until it was to the thickness that I liked and to the volume that I wanted. And there we go. This looks gorgeous. And I used that as my base. We had some thawed frozen spinach, layered that up like this, used the white cheeses and that sauce, and gorgeous, delicious. This is now going to go into a 350 oven. 30 minutes, maybe a little bit more if you're trying to get the top more brown. And then what you have, from the magic of not being able to edit, is this. I was going to put more of that enchilada sauce on top. Hang on. That's coming back out. Hang on, folks. That is why I have a spoon. So we're just going to drizzle that over the top a little bit. And just smear it around. So everything about tonight is using what you got and making mistakes. We are good at both. So leftovers are good for this. You can do things specifically for this, like we did the textured vegetable protein. Let's get that out of the way, and let's get that back in the oven with that on the top of it. And we'll try to get you a picture of that one later. Little quick wipe at the counter. I should be using a cloth for this, but this was closer. And let's go ahead and get you some slices here. So this we cooked a little bit earlier. In case you couldn't tell, it's had time to rest and for the cheese to set up. So you got nice and crispy there too, which I do like. The first slice generally is ugly, but I think we did here a nice job. So you remember I talked about those corn and beans from before? Oh God, that's tasty. So the corn and bean mix that we had in here, we have textured vegetable protein. Very similar the way we did the other one, except I didn't put the extra sauce on top because I wanted to make sure I had it for this one. And actually, these are the forks I'm going to use for that. Oh, nice and smushy. Becca, I'm going to pass you this one, and I'm going to grab that next fork. So, oh, I've torn it all apart. I'm going to take a big honking piece. What the heck?
Cheese melts so well. It tastes like old school enchiladas.
This is delicious. It's creamy. A little bit of spice. I've obviously made a mess of taking it out, but it's a casserole. That's what happens. Oh my God. This is utterly delicious. We'll have pictures of the other one on the website, both intact and as it comes out. This was, oh my God, so good. Anyway, folks, thank you so much for joining us again. If you appreciate this, like, subscribe. We'll be getting these on YouTube if they're not already. Right now, everything's on Facebook. We have a webpage that'll be launching soon. And thank you for joining us. Look forward to seeing you the next time. Take care.